I've got a quick question for Justin. So obviously Donovan Edwards has been banged up, and as Dre mentioned, we may or may not see him this Saturday. So regardless of whether he can go, just looking long term, God forbid Blake goes down or Donovan goes down, you want more than one running back. Obviously, you got to have at least two guys in the mix. Did we see anything from CJ Stokes or anybody else in the first three games to say, okay, if we get into that position and we need the third guy to to take on 10 or 12 carries, then we're good with that?
I actually like CJ Stokes a lot. He, to me, Donovan Edwards is a different animal in terms of an entire athlete. He's unbelievable all around, pass catcher, fast, does all that. CJ Stokes is more of a Hassan Haskins, like actual running back, where he's going to be a power runner and get up the gut. So I don't think, now is he Blake Corum or Donovan Edwards? Probably not quite yet. But I think he could carry, I don't know about 12 carries, but he can get 5, 6, maybe 7 carries and be okay. And then that's where I also think Michigan can get really creative. A.J. Henning has gotten some handoffs actually already. They could utilize a lot of different things there with a lot of their weapons that they have at the wide receiver, at the tight end position as well, and make sure that they're okay there.
Well, and I think another benefit
he kind of reminds me of Karan a little bit.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that CJ reminds me of Karan Higdon a lot. Kind of the same type of build. Kind of a low center of gravity type of runner, and we saw how effective Karan Higdon was here. And I have full confidence in CJ Stokes being able to fill in at least at that second string spot. To give Blake Corum a spell here and there. Go ahead, Des.
Well, and I think you can also substitute it by just kind of the bubble screens, the now screens, and getting the ball out on the edges to those guys. Ronnie Bell would love to see a little more from Cornelius Johnson, Andrew Anthony.
Yes.
So I think Michigan has enough where if a guy does get dinged up, you just kind of the strategy changes a little bit, and I don't think that's any different pass game to run game. Like if Ronnie Bell gets dinged up or catches a cramp, let's say from the fourth quarter, you just make adjustments. But I think one of the bigger things is if we were substituting the 2021 team for this game, I would have a little more concerns about potentially winning a shootout game. Whereas this year, because of JJ and just the offense just being a little more wide open, I would imagine no one really has concerns about potentially winning a shootout game against Maryland. Now that's not ideal. You obviously want the defense to play well, but crazy things happen in college football. So I feel more comfortable and way more comfortable that if Michigan does potentially get in a shootout or even need to score a lot early, that they'll be just fine with just the way the offense has been run, and especially with JJ at the helm.